wow, to have this sacred act of deliverance, as you mentioned, John Henry, in wake of the Pachamama and the LGBT in the Basilica, that they did that, what was it, part of the Jubilee celebration, that this was needed.
This exorcism. Now, I don't know if this could have been missed, but Michael Matt, thanks be to God, was there filming, and they captured this beautiful Albanian Cardinal Ernest Simone Trojani, an exorcist who was imprisoned for his Catholic faith under his country's communist regime, recited an exorcism during the Pontifical High Mass. He's 97 years old. He was jailed for 18 years by the Albanian communist government for his public profession of the faith, and worked in brutal conditions. And he offered the full exorcism against Satan and the apostate angels in Latin, right there in St. Peter's Basilica, where they had the Pachamama idol, where they had the LGBT pilgrimage. Gosh, if they ever needed a cleansing, that was a good start anyway.
He did the full St. Michael prayer, did he not?
He did. He did the full old St. Michael prayer. Explain that for us, for those who don't know.
In fact, that's very important because, as we know, Pope Leo XIII, I think the greatest pope we've had in our church, overheard a conversation in 1884 between Christ and Satan at the end of celebration of Mass, where Christ could, where Satan challenged Christ that he could bring down the church if he had more time and more power. So Christ granted him this. And right afterwards, Pope the Leo XIII drafted the St. Michael prayer. Now, what's confusing for people is there's two forms of it. And there is the form that is recited by a lot of people, including us Marian fathers, at the end of our masses, which we refer to as the short form. The laity are allowed to participate. But there's actually an incredibly powerful, what we call the long form of the St. Michael prayer for clergy. And I was trying to find out if Cardinal Simone actually, when he performed the exorcism, did that. And that's beautiful to hear because, he was elevated by Pope Francis in 2016. He's been persecuted. And so it's great to see a Francis Cardinal that was doing this. And so, this St. Michael prayer is important because my understanding is he recited it by heart and in Latin, this full exorcism of Leo XIII. And so, wow, to have this sacred act of deliverance, as you mentioned, John Henry, in wake of the Pachamama and the LGBT in the Basilica, that they did that, what was it, part of the Jubilee celebration, that this was needed. And thank the Lord for somebody like Cardinal Simone, elderly, but yet still stuck to the importance of doing this. And how he got that in there, I'm not sure, but praise God. Many people thought it was good that he did this, and I'm being one of them.
Hi everyone, this is John Henry Weston for LifeSite News. We hope you found this video insightful. For more content like this, be sure to check out the links in the description below. You can also follow us on social media to stay updated on the latest news concerning life, faith, family, and freedom. Thanks for watching, and may God bless you.